water off, and Dennis came towards me, and we mended the hose pipe so Dennis could get some more water on the square there.
Well, thanks, pal. I bet everybody's really glad we came down to listen to that this evening. But never mind, it all makes good reading, or good looking. Good looking lad he is as well. I still don't know where Dennis is from that day to this, or what he uses to get to the middle of the square, although a few pints of beer and anybody's idea. What are you having then?
I'm starving. I fancy a hot dog myself. You got any money?
Yeah, I've got a bit.
I've only got a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure. You ever had anything from this place before?
Never. I've heard it's really good though.
Oh, wow, yeah. Well, you're about to find out anyway.
Lovely.
Yes, sir. We have hamburgers, hot dogs, chili burgers, cheeseburgers, onion burgers, fish burgers, turkey escallop burgers, pheasant burgers, and of course our own special veggie burger.
Oh, a hot dog.
Hot dog?
Do you want?
Oh, burger. I'll have couple of burgers and a hot dog. Yeah. Two burgers and a hot dog, please, mate.
Right, sir. So that's 2 hamburgers, 1 hot dog. Coming right up, sir. Sorry, they're frozen. I'll have to defrost them for you. Just a moment. Bear with me, sir, won't you? And the hot dog?
Forget the hot dog. I say, these burgers are defrosted, you know.
Stuff your burgers.
And take this one with you.
Another year's passed. Good evening, and welcome once again to 119 Birmingham Road, the home of one Mr. Anthony Allen. Good evening, Ant.
Good evening.
It's very difficult, as you can see, to interview Ant without laughing. In fact, it's very difficult to speak to him at the best of times without laughing. But we've got a couple of things to reminisce about from last year, and we're going to have a little chat about it right now. Just before that, we'll pop down and have a word with Tinkerbell. About as much sense out of Tinkerbell as you do out of Ant. Anyway, before we do that as well, if you have a little pan around the room, Steve, you can see that the decorating, once again, leaves a lot to be desired. 12 months have passed since one of Warwick's higher echelon of decorators have still had the chance to do something, and as yet not. Diane herself is pretty ashamed of him, and I don't blame her. She's just told me that it took 13 years to have the bedroom done. Was that before or after?
After what? Before Christ?
Hang on a serious note, if that's possible for a minute. Now, you take your time while you're talking to me, all right? Because I know you struggle to get the words out.
As long as you don't start stuttering, I'll be all right.
You're speaking to this, all right? Who were you playing last year when you got caught off your nose?
Don't know. I haven't got the foggiest.
Well, why don't you just talk the punters through what happened exactly?
Well, it was a short ball, and I thought this is going. I went inside to hook it, and I got a top edge, and it hit me on the nose, and I got caught at gully.
And you were given the deadly finger?
Well, I never saw that. I was on the ground. I wasn't worried about the bloody finger. It could have stuck that anywhere.
I wish they'd stick it up the dog's arse. It might have shut it up. Right, and we've had another little mishap, haven't we, of late?
Oh, yes. My pets, you mean?
You might say that. I don't know whether Diane thinks they are.
Well, Diane's seen. No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I only saw the remains.
There it is! Anthony Fred!
Remains of what?
My kit.
I understand, for the people who don't know, that Ant put his kit in the loft.
No, it wasn't in the loft, in the garage.
Oh, in the garage. Well, whatever. Well, that's where Ant put his kit, and unfortunately, Ant's kit is no more. It's been mashed, chewed, obliterated by the local mice. Have you got any remnants of the kit left?
What is it? Yeah, somewhere around. You saw it last Saturday. I took it down the club last Saturday morning. You took film of it. You saw the bit of a nest it built in wall. It's pity it didn't have any knitting needles with it. You could probably knit me another jumper.
Well, it's one way of getting you to buy something anyway. Views on the forthcoming season again, Ant? I remember last year asking you how you were going to do, and you said you reckoned you were going to get around about 1,000 runs, and you also insulted me.
Well, I can't insult you. How can I insult you? You've only got to look at your figures. So same as my figures. Bloody awful.
Well, that just about says it all, doesn't it? You can hear Ant laughing again in the background. I think with that we'll leave him and carry on with the show. Thank you. Pull over like that. Nigel, just harking back to last year, I think it was a bit later in the year, the last trip we had was a collective group back to Madeley. Do you remember that?
Look, I remember about bloody Madeley, and I'll talk to you about Madeley. Well, I'm not going to talk to you about bloody... I'm going to talk to you about bloody Madeley because I'm fed up with you making a bloody fool of myself.
So you made a fool of yourself at Madeley, but I mean you never really go on making a fool of yourself these days, do you?
Well, I don't think I do. No.
Anyway, what did happen? Do you remember?
On Madeley? No, the only thing, well, I think it was a trip where we got a minibus that day, and we all piled in and went up to Madeley, one of the last games of the season. And only thing I recall, we had Purple Helmet Jack with us, and as usual, he got on my tits all day. And on the way back, I think he continued to be a bit of a prat, and I set fire to him.
And then what happened?
He was in front of me, and sort of lighting up a fag and got the back of his hair, and just meant to singe it really for a bit of it, but it went up in smoke.
He got a bit annoyed with it actually, didn't he?
Yeah, so he would do. Well, I only meant to just give it a little singe. Didn't mean to send the poor chap bold.
Anyway, tell me, Nige, you've got many nicknames, or you've had many nicknames over the last couple of years or so, well, many years that I've known you. Are there any that spring to mind that are more affectionate than others, or are there any that you particularly hate?
Well, I have been given quite a few nicknames, yeah. They please people at this amount, and it doesn't really worry me too much. Any names they please to give me, and it goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah. Well, I could think of a few, but offhand, you know, just mention a couple that you just don't like, and people that mentioned them, you know, they brought it up in conversation. I mean, there must be one particular bloke that you're after all the time.
No, well, of course, my first nickname was in relation to my surname of Simmy, and I mean, that was okay. I mean, that's perfectly all right. And then of course, you get the nicknames of Bung and Doddy.
Doddy was a Leamington name, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. Even this was original, and it was quite a pleasant ring to it.
Because a lot of the lads at Warwick have always associated the bungalow as like a sentimental type of name, nothing offensive, but I know you don't like it.
No, but it's not an original name, you see. You'd have to be a Pratt-like Bagshaw to think of a name like that.
Yeah, well, I know you mentioned Baggy once or twice before, but
Yeah.
have you got any ideas of how to get him? Well, you've had him back, haven't you? You've called him names, haven't you?
Well, yes. I mean, Benny Shavings.
Benny Shavings?
Yeah, yes, Sawdust. Very suitable, really, but hasn't got a ring, quite a ring to it.
Tell me about your holiday last year, Nige. Come on, make a few people laugh.
Oh dear. Absolute. Well, it wasn't. In the end, it was very good, but it started off absolute bloody disaster. We thought we'd have a week in Spain, and Sharon organised the plane tickets for one thing, and we had a flight from Gatwick. Dad was very good of us to take us down, and I wasn't aware they'd opened another terminal, and of course Sharon didn't know which bloody terminal we were flying from. Of course, on the way down, so there's only one bloody terminal. Of course, we got there 2 terminals, and I should have known. So we tried the North Terminal, in we went, and of course we found out it's the wrong bloody terminal. Down to the other terminal. And we dropped Sharon off, and she went into the terminal to find the time we were, you know, it was on time and everything, and Dad and I went and parked the car. Of course, 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, after parking the car, walked back to the terminal. Sharon looked at us, she says, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "What?" I thought, you know, delay. And she says, "The wrong day."
The wrong day?
The wrong bloody day. Yeah, I looked at her and I thought, Christ.
So you felt a complete idiot there and then?
We had the wrong bloody terminal, the wrong bloody day. I couldn't. Old Dad looked at us, you know, we just had to laugh, really.
You laughed about what?
Well, we just had to laugh about it being the wrong bloody day. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. And we shut down McDonald's.
So you eventually got there the next day anyway?
Yeah, we came all the way back. I went down to the hotel there, and the overnight charge, 110 quid. 110 bloody quid.
You have a good holiday anyway in the end?
Yeah, it turned out fine, you know. So, you know, we had this free apartment, so of course right in the sticks. Who's ringing me now? What bloody hell's this? Hello? They've gone home. Okie doke. Bye. Yeah, we had this free apartment and got out there, and of course from the airport it's about an hour and 20 minutes drive. It was dark, and it took me 4.5 bloody hours to find it.
Christ.
Because it's one of these places out right in the sticks, you know. We got there was no pool, nothing. What a nice place and everything. And I looked at Shadow, what are we going to do here for 10 bloody days? And she looked at me, and she wasn't very pleased about it, and so we got the old map out, and old Benidorm was up the road, and up we went. Up the bum.
Oh yeah, tell me about Up the Bum.
Well, that was the route we went. We
What do you mean, the route? This is something that you were starting the other day in the pub, wasn't it?
No. No, that's the wrong story.
That then?
I don't know that bloody story. Oh.
All right then. Right, we'll draw it to a close now anyway, because people are trying to eat their lunch.
Yeah. I've got to get off my dinner.
Just quickly, Nige, before we go.
Get a bollocking.
Thoughts on the forthcoming season?
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to the season. I always look forward to the season.
Yeah, I know you do, but it could be a special one, couldn't it, this year?
Yeah. I don't get too optimistic, but I'm sure if it's as good as last year, the results are a bit better, and you can't ask for any more than that.
Right. That's enough of all that. Now, here are all the nominees one more time. And we are proud to present the latest in Benetton's swimwear fashions, appearing once again